Hello, I'm Kris from the FPL GW and welcome back to another Fantasy Premier League video for the 2020-2021 season. In today's video I'm going to build a wildcard team that will last to the end of the season. It will mainly hit a full squad now for Gameweek 29 and a lot of players in a full squad for that playing Gameweek 33 as well. If you're using a wildcard chip right now, I would strongly recommend for you to wait for after Gameweek 29 because the wildcards chip potentially it's much greater to use it after, because the blank game week will potentially leave you without few key players that you want to own to the end of the season. But if you want to use it right now, then you should go for a full squad of players, because you can afford that luxury now for Game Week 29, but still manage to focus and build a good team that will last very good to the end of the season. If you're new around here, make sure to hit that subscribe button, don't be afraid to give this video a thumbs up, and let's begin building the team. When we try to build the team now and we take a look at it, we first need to look at the upcoming fixtures to be able to understand what players have their best potential, what teams play all of those upcoming fixtures, and similar stuff like that. To be able to do that, I have found one guy that actually makes a perfectly explain the shadows and fixtures that the teams will play. It's FPL, and you can give him a follow on Twitter because he does make these excellent tables where it shows which team plays against which other team and what game week. So yes, it's an excellent thing to follow if you want to do the best out of your FPL season. So when we take a look at it, we can see that there are few teams that actually did not have a game week 33. It's Southampton, Tottenham, Fulham and Manchester City. They're going to play in the cup, I believe, so they're not having a fixture then, and there are a lot of teams that are not having a fixture now in game week 29. So when we try to build the team now for game week 29, we could potentially first start and focus on those teams and players that actually play a game week now in game week 29, and we could even potentially focus on those teams that play even a fixture in game week 29 and even a fixture in game week 33. So let's take a look at this. Like for example, Brighton do play a fixture in both of these fixtures, 29 and 33. I believe they have one good target to go for, and that is Dunk. I believe him to be an excellent defender. They do play amazingly defensive. They've done it very good now in the last 10 games. They've earned a lot of clean sheet. Their upcoming fixture might look tough against Manchester United, Everton and Chelsea, but the rest of them do look pretty good. Their form have been amazing, and they do have that extra fixture in comparison to the other teams. I'm not sure if I'm going to start Dunk or just bench him, but I believe he might just be a player to start now in game week 29, because they do play against Southampton, and Southampton have been completely out of form this season. The next team we're going to take a look at could potentially be Tottenham, because their form have been amazing. I'm just going to go for those two best players. So yes, I said two best players, not three best players. Do not go for that Bale guy. I know his form have been good now in the last 4 or 5 games, but where has he been the whole season? Even now he does not get to go and play those full games, and he does get to manage to do very good against very bad opponents. I don't believe that he has that potential to do good in better fixtures. But game week 29 do look amazing for Tottenham. They play against Aston Villa. Aston Villa defensive been up and down. I mean, when they allow goal, they allow more than one goal, but when they play against these low table teams, they do usually manage to keep it clean. But I believe that Kane and Son duo will actually be able to do absolutely really good and smash it now in game week 29. As for their defenders, I do not want to go for their defenders because they do not have any guarantee starters in their defense. So yeah, that seemed pretty much it from that team. The next team we're going to take a look at are actually Aston Villa. They do play a game week in 29 and 33. I don't know if I should even go for Watkins on this one. I mean, His attacking potential have not been that good since Grealish absence, but Grealish is coming back from injury very soon. I believe he's going to come back 21st of March. So yeah, that's pretty much game week 29. So if he gets to play now in game week 29, that Aston Villa's offense is actually going to increase, but I don't dare to go for Grealish because he might not do best now, and that's a risk to take. I'm actually going to just go for Watkins, as he does seem like a bit cheaper player to go for, so the risk is a bit decreased because the budget will be invested somewhere else. And I'm going to go for the goalkeeper. I really want to go for the goalkeeper. I could potentially go for some other goalkeeper on this wildcard, but I believe that Martinez is an excellent goalkeeper. He has been in the top 3 goalkeepers for saves made, in the top 3 for clean sheet, in the top 3 for total FPL points. So yeah, he's just an amazing goalkeeper this season and offers excellent potential. But if you want to go for perhaps some Aston Villa defender instead of perhaps Martinez, and this one that seemed equally good to me. If you find a better replacement for Martinez, we could potentially be done. The next team to take a look at are Arsenal. That's my favorite team. I just have to say I love Arsenal. I love their form right now, and I do believe that they're going to continue to do good, especially in the run of the next 5 to 10 fixtures now to the end of the season. They play against West Ham. That's pretty tough game, to be honest, but I do believe that they offer us excellent clean sheet potential in that one. Some good or slight attacking effort and potential, then excellent attacking effort and potential against Liverpool, because Liverpool defense have been terrible. Same goes to Sheffield, Fulham and Everton. So yes, Arsenal have excellent potential to do really good in all of those upcoming fixtures. I'm going to go for one of their defenders now. It's going to be Tierney. I just need to make sure who they play in game week 29. It's West Ham, so yeah, they do have pretty good defensive potential because Arsenal's defense have been very good this season, and I'm not sure if I'm going to have place, but if I have place for another Arsenal player, then I'm actually going to go for Saka, because he's a very good midfielder. His form this season have been pretty good. His form in the last 5 to 10 games have been pretty good as well, so I do believe that he still offers great potential to do good. As for the next team we're going to target, we're not going to target Newcastle. I don't believe they offer us anything good right now. We need to wait for Wilson to make a comeback, then to potentially even think about Newcastle. As for West Ham, they might have a bit of a difficulty fixtures right now, but West Ham's form this season and in the last 5 to 10 games have actually been amazing. They offer us, I believe they offer us 2 very important and very good players to go for. One of them is a defender, and it's Kris. Well, I really do believe that he offers good clean sheet potential in most of the upcoming game weeks. His price have raised a lot this season, mainly because he is the defender that has most FPL assists. He has a total of 10 right now and is the most out of all defenders. The next player we're going to go from this team is actually going to be Antonio. I really do believe that he offers excellent potential because he himself is an excellent player to go for, and he does possesses excellent attacking threat. I might change him out later if I find a better target from the rest of the teams that I'm going to take a look at, but I just think that there are not a lot of good or informed or cheap strikers to go for, at least not right now. The next team we're going to take a look at are actually, I don't know if we should take a look at Fulham now, just mainly pure because of this game week 29, but I'm actually going to take a look at Leeds first. I want to get that Rafinha. I want to get that Dallas now in the... I'm not sure if I want to get that Dallas, to be honest. I do not have a lot of elite players right now, but there are not a lot of elite teams playing a game week in game week 29. It's Brighton, Tottenham. I already have 2 Tottenham players in the team. You do not want to go for 3 Tottenham players because they do not have a fixture in game week 33. So you could potentially skip on them those 3 players from that team, but 2 are enough. 2 are more than enough. So yeah, no elite players, no elite teams. You could then potentially go for I'm not sure who you could go for right now in here. You could go for Dallas, to be honest. He is an excellent player to own because their fixture do not look that bad, do not look that good. He offers some clean sheet potentially in many of the upcoming fixtures, but an excellent attacking FPL return threat because Dallas is a midfielder this season, so he would just play here next season perhaps, but this season he's right here, so he does offer us increased attacking FPL return potential because Leeds United are very good and very attacking minded team. They have been that throughout the whole season and they do have excellent potential to continue to do good. So right now we do have 3, 6, 10, 11 players for game week 29. I'm actually going to focus on the game week 33 and onwards right now, so you could potentially sell some of these targets after that game week 29, because with the team we are building, we're going to do really good for game week 29, 30, 31, ahead to game week 33, and even game week 33 should not be a problem if you do not let's say triple up on Tottenham. Then you need to get rid of 2 or 3 players, or you need to bench such an expensive player where you actually have potential to get those red arrows in game week 33 if you are not careful enough. But yes, these are 10 players for game week 29 and should potentially do much better than the rest of the players. Now Kane offers excellent captaincy potential. He is having a fantastic form, fantastic season, fantastic team, fantastic manager. I really do appreciate what Mourinho is doing with Tottenham and how Kane and Son duo have developed this season. So now let's continue to get those other players that are actually going to be benched for game week 29. Yeah, there are not a lot of elite teams playing that game week, so you could potentially have a big budget to be able to bench a lot of important and needed players. I'm actually going to go for Fernandes and Salah on this one as well. These are 2 players you can't possibly want to miss, and you want to go for a cheap goalkeeper. I'm actually going to go for McGill on this one. Just to take a look at that team like it is, I can see that I do not have enough money. I'm having around 102.2 millions, and now with this team is going to cost around 102.5, around something like that. But if Bamford costs less than Antonio, then this is going to solve my problems, because this last defender does not need to be anyone in particular. If we can find someone that costs 3.7, there are no players costing 3.7, then we must find potential change out for some of these players. As you see, I have no City players. I do not intend to have any City players on this wildcard, mainly because many of them do cost a lot. Perhaps Gundogan or Diaz could potentially do good in those other fixtures, but those players are players you could potentially even go for after game week 29 or after game week 33, and you could potentially own them to the end of the season. Now this makes me really irritated, to be honest. I really want to fit in all the players in this team and make the best possible and the cheapest possible wildcard team that could potentially be affordable for everyone. But I think that I found a way to potentially change out Dunk to perhaps White and have those money. As you can see, White has started in all of the fixtures since game week 18 or 17. So that's around 10 or 11 fixtures. He has been playing in almost every single minute of the game except game week 26 where he got rotated. And because we go for a Brighton defender, we are not looking for any attacking threat except from Lamptey, and he's injured right now. Then instead of Dunk, we can go for White, and then we could potentially go for any good defender that seemed like a starter and costs around 4.2 million to be our last bench replacement. To find these players, it's going to be really difficult. I really do believe that perhaps Lewis is a starter. He did not get to play against West Brom, as it seemed. We could potentially go for Lewis because he does play all of these fixtures, but I don't know if he's a guaranteed starter. Was he injured or just rotated against West Brom? Is he a starter now against Aston Villa? I am making this video as we watch. It's 1-0 to Aston Villa right now, and I cannot see who scored, but I just want to see if our player is going to start. Lewis, that is. It seemed that Lewis is not featuring today. He's not injured. He is on the bench, so I do not want to go for these players. He does not seem as a guaranteed starter, but you could potentially even go for Struck. It does not even matter. It does cost very low money. He's expected to return on 19 March. So yeah, instead of you could go for Struck instead of any other players, because yeah, he's a guaranteed starter playing for a pretty good team that has some slight clean sheet potential. But hey, what do you want for that money? It's 4 million and 4 millions, and he is a starter. So yeah, if you thought this video was of any help, if you like this wildcard team that actually has no City players, because I'm trying to avoid them, Southampton as well. These two teams miss game week 29 and game week 33, so if you're using a wildcard, I would strongly recommend for you to actually not go for these other City players, because there are many players that are actually going to go for them. So I'm just saying that there is a way to do a lot of good things, but not focus on Manchester City. If you like this video, if you like this team, please do give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if that's something you have not done already. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.